What's up, guys? Eric and Jenna here from driverlineup.com, world's okayest steering wheel holders and the quadrupod, just chomping away on a rubber BALL. If I say the word, she'll think that it's party time. Anyway, so today I'm doing a video this morning because we got to run pretty hard today and tonight. From one location to another, and I may not be able to get a video up tonight, but this is our 100th video this year.
I wish I would have known. I would have got like some confettis or something.
100 this year. So my goal was to do 365 videos this year, so I think I'm well on pace. So sometimes we'll go a few days without doing them, and sometimes we double up. Yesterday I did 2. So 100 videos this year, and a huge thank you to all of you, because we are about to cross 1,800 subscribers, which is like a really big deal to us. I'm not even sure how we've gotten to that point, and we haven't even been on YouTube for a year, so it's really incredible. And just a huge thank you to all of you guys. It's just amazing, you know, when we link to a video, like linking to Black Sheep Trucker last night, a lot of you guys go over and leave comments and stuff, and you mention us, and it's just really cool to have such a strong community around us, and that we can be a part of.
And we love seeing you guys show love to our fellow drivers. It's amazing.
I know I'm going to get into the Travis Kinley thing here in a second, and it's relevant. But if our videos are helpful to you, or helpful, like someone walked up to me last night at Prime and said that my channel was really helpful in him making his decision to come to Prime. He's testing out today. He left a comment on the video yesterday. So
good luck,
bro. If you're watching this, yes, good luck today.
Please let us know what happens.
He was at the Pittston terminal by himself upstairs, just studying the shit out of the pre-trip. But that's what makes it amazing. And if our videos are helpful, of course, we'd like you to consider using our driver code. It's ODOMEJ. It's in the description below. If you want more information, you can go to driverlineup.com/prime. We have our recruiter that we know and work with, love her to pieces. Her information's down below. But don't just do that. Send me a text message. Tell me to use the driver code, and let's communicate and let's keep in touch. We've got so many drivers that have become friends, and that's really amazing. So 100 videos in this year, almost 2,000 subscribers in, and we haven't even been on YouTube for a year. It's pretty amazing, and which goes along with my shout out today to Travis Kinley. Remy is very rambunctious right now. She's gotten a lot of sleep in the last 2 days. But a huge shout out is due to Travis Kinley.
For just being Travis Kinley.
For just being Travis Kinley. Really. That dude is, man, if you want to meet a truck driver with a seemingly unlimited supply of energy, motivation, and positivity, Travis Kinley would be that dude. And
just as a truck driver, as a person,
yeah. Our podcast episode 2 is up. It went up yesterday. I mentioned it yesterday. So if you haven't subscribed, just go to any app that you use for your podcast and type in Driver Hub, HUB. That's the name of our podcast show. There's 2 episodes up. He did one last night. Well, he did it last week, but it went live yesterday on next generation truckers, next generation truck drivers, and it had a lot of just really good stuff in there about the fact that it's changing. It's changing, and a lot of people don't like it. A lot of people don't like automatic trucks and
showering every day.
Yeah, according to yesterday's video, showering every day. And that there's so many young people coming into it from such a wide, huge, diverse range of backgrounds, and he makes some points in there and kind of tells some stories that make those points relatable. But the third point that he makes is, to me, such a huge thing. Now that we know so many drivers coming in to the industry, and we've been working with drivers long enough to where now Jenna just got off the phone right before I hit record with a driver who just upgraded, and he's going through some stuff. But it's really neat to be on the other side. We started relationships with all these drivers as they came into before, like Cuba. What is his channel? Cuba 80 Trucking. He's upgrading this week. Congratulations, bro.
Or Cuba Trucking 80.
Cuba Trucking 80 or Cuba 80 Trucking, one or the other. We met him in January when he was like a deer in headlights. He hadn't even gone to orientation class. He had just got to Springfield. Long Haul Gypsy, she recently upgraded.
And has just become such a friend, beyond friend.
Jenna talks to her every single day,
Yeah.
Life Arise is about to upgrade. Bearded Fat Man's upgraded. Just now we're seeing all these drivers on the other side of it, and it's a really cool experience to be able to witness that journey from where it began to where it is now with so many drivers. And one thing that I would we get asked all the time, how to be the best you can be and stay happy and stay positive. And I said this in my very first video on this channel, and I say it in every single video: drive to thrive. And on Travis's third point, which is have a plan, look to tomorrow, and have something that you're working towards, I cannot stress that enough. Not only will it help you get through your career, but it'll help you get through the times where you just want to hit a construction barrel. You're so frustrated. Not that I'm endorsing that or suggesting that anyone do that, but like yesterday morning, man, I can't even tell you guys how I was seething. Like, curse words were flying left and right, and I was pissed at that whole situation yesterday morning.
I literally said on the call with one of our dispatchers, we don't want to play Super Truckers today.
Yeah, Jenna was like, you know what? Just change our PTA. We're bobtailing to Pittston. We're done. We're just gonna go take showers and sleep. We don't want to play Super Truckers anymore today. And what makes it okay, and what makes it a path that's traversable, is having an end game, having a goal, something to work towards, having a plan. And Travis he really kind of puts a lot of energy into that. That's his third point. I believe it's his third on next generation trucking, and it's that's true. I think previous generations, not for everyone, this is not a blanketed statement, but and I know a lot of drivers who've been doing this for 20 or 30 years. Their plan for the most part was to drive and drive until they couldn't drive anymore. And not saying that that's not a good path to take. If that makes you happy, then do that. But I think, to Travis's point, a lot of the next generation truckers, and what makes us, one of the many things that make us a little bit different with our approach, just generally speaking, is that drivers are getting into this now with objectives of being very prosperous as drivers, but towards a goal that creates even more prosperity, and doesn't necessarily mean driving a truck. And that I think is so important, and it helps you get through those times where you just, you're so frustrated, you're so mad, you're going through just terrible situations, which you're going to go through constantly out here on the road, because we as drivers get the short end of the stick, on almost everything. So you got to have a plan to drive to thrive, not just to drive to drive. And that is, I think, a very common theme in this generation of truckers. It is with long haul gypsy, Cuba. Remy, you got to stop. You got to stop. Cuba, all these drivers that we're talking with, like they talk about plans. They're not just, okay, I'm a driver now. I'm gonna go truck for the next 30 years. Like they have things they're working towards. They have goals and they're creating plans, and that's what we're doing too. I mean, we have a lot of where we're going to be 3 years from now is substantially different from where we are today. We'll still be very much involved in trucking and driving and in this industry, but vastly different than where we are today. Yeah, we have goals. We have things we want to accomplish, places we want to be in our lives that are different than where we are today. And that's what makes all the difficult parts of this job okay, because they're just steps. They're just steps to get to the next level, to level up to where we want to go.
And part of getting there, a big part of getting there, I personally feel like, is surrounding yourself with people who support your goals and also have, similar goals, because you can lean on each other in these stressful times. When things aren't going right, one of the best stress reliefs is calling somebody, for example, like Lyle, No Hippie Trucking, yesterday. When I was so flustered, I just called Lyle and just went off, and he's just there and understands it, so being able to have that support system with people who think like you and, have goals, like the same kind of goals, that's a huge help,
Yeah, and that actually brings me to another really interesting point. Someone was telling me yesterday that the brotherhood is gone. The trucking brotherhood is gone.
Definitely not.
That is not true. It's just that it doesn't exist the same way. The trucking brotherhood, no offense to all the highway diamonds and brotherhood, sisterhood, familyhood, whatever you want to call it. I'm just saying, from the past way of looking at the brotherhood, it existed in that you'd have 5 or 6 drivers at a truck stop, sit down and have breakfast and coffee and BS, for a few hours, and then help each other. And, it doesn't exist that way anymore. I'll see that, fine. That's a fact, but it's here. Like, the brotherhood's here, man.
We'll acknowledge it's broken into factions. Like, it's definitely.
Maybe it's not a maybe it's not a generalization, but I don't even know if that's true. I think that we can send an email right now, no joke, to 500 truck drivers right now. We actually have an email list of almost 500. I think it's like 450. You can subscribe to that newsletter. The link is down below in the description. And we can talk through Discord with 300 drivers. We have our social network, over 400 members on there. There's Facebook groups. Jenna and Travis run one. What's it called?
Oh, the Prime PSD and TNT Students, where basically that group is students, some trainers, and some recently upgraded. And the whole goal of that group is to be able to kind of give some insight, encouragement, and mentorship to those who are just going into PSD, TNT, or just about to show up in orientation.
Yeah.
And that group is amazing.
Yeah, so think about that. I mean, and I had a comment 2 days ago, what happened to drivers helping each other out? What are you talking about, bro? Jenna was just helping somebody. We have people help us. We go on our Discord app, so it's virtual, not in a Denny's having coffee together. I can go in there and ask anything. I can say, does anyone know where there's a rest area? Does this way station in Tennessee have parking? Anything I can go in there and ask for and have an answer to. That's drivers helping drivers. I don't know what you're talking about, that drivers don't help each other anymore. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, and even like in person, you know, where people are saying, oh, well, drivers used to, you know, talk to each other and whatever. I talk to drivers from all kinds of different carriers. I buy people coffee. Like, if I see somebody struggling, buy them some food.
A prime driver just got an award for pulling someone from a burning vehicle.
Yeah.
You know, there's a freight skater. He jump-started someone's truck in a fuel island with his truck in the middle of a blizzard.
And it didn't matter. She wasn't prime.
Yeah, she wasn't a prime driver. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, if you don't see a world where drivers are helping each other, then you need to become a next generation driver, because we're all helping each other. Anyway, my point being, I'm gonna get this closed down here in a second. Travis Kinley, if you haven't followed his channel, do so. I'll link to it below.
You'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll cheer.
Yeah, listen to his podcast. It went up yesterday. Everywhere you get podcasts: Spotify, Apple, Google, Amazon, iTunes, or not iTunes, TuneIn, Stitcher, all of them. It's anywhere you get your podcasts, you'll find his episode. Just search Driver Hub, and make sure you subscribe to his channel. The Facebook group Jenna was mentioning, that's in the description below. Get on our Discord if you're not on there. Next generation trucking is, I think, a very good thing for this industry, and Travis explains why. Automatic trucks, I'm sorry guys, automatic trucks are a good thing for this industry. I know some of you are literally probably going to be foaming at the mouth. Automatic trucks are good. They're not like they were 6 or 7 years ago when they first came out. Like Travis says, you can manage 80,000 pounds coming down a mountain more comfortably than you can sitting there grinding gears. This is a good thing for this industry. It's provided a lot of opportunity for hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of drivers who are utilizing this position to build a better life for themselves, and it's keeping the freight moving in a much more efficient and profitable manner. So next generation trucking is here to stay, and we should embrace it. We should be proud of it. We should be a part of it. We shouldn't be just getting on a CB all the time, trashing it. And I'm happy to be a part of it. So anyway, thank all of you for the support. I mean, I'm trying to get to some more comments. It's gotten a little overwhelming, to be honest with you. The growth of a channel like this is a blessing and a curse. But we do try, we read them all. If we can't respond to them all, please don't think that you shouldn't leave a comment just because you may not get a response right away. We see the comment and very much appreciate it, and just thank all of you guys. I mean, almost 2,000 subscribers in a year is incredible. In less than a year. I mean, we're talking like 9 months, you know. So we're going to keep doing it, keep giving you the story, and love the feedback. And Travis, what is his? We gonna ride. All right, guys, be safe, make good decisions. As always, drive and thrive. We'll talk to you soon.